And hello, very good evening to you, and welcome to episode 23, the final episode of this first season of this Mark II Burnley career mode. And what a game to finish the season with now. The league programme is finished, and Burnley won that particular competition, but also won the FA Cup and the Football League Cup. Now, there's one part missing. Can we win the European Cup tonight at the Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid against AC Milan? What a go out if we could do that tonight, folks. A magnificent occasion it will surely be in front of the eyes of the world, and a match that's seen around the world. Milan finished fourth in their respective league. Burnley, of course, as you well know, the champions. Now, there's one bit of team news I should bring you up to date. Michael Duff in that last game against Aston Villa was injured, and we haven't. And apart from Kevin Long, we haven't got a decent enough recognised centre-back. We've already lost Kurt Zouma for the season. And obviously Craig Dawson's gone down for the season as well. So Kevin Long, well, he's going to have the opportunity now to really play the game of his life against alongside Jason Sheckle. Otherwise it will be the same 11 that played against Villa in that final game. And they're all fully fit, they're all raring to go. I can tell you that right now. So let's see how we got to the final. Of course, Milan and Burnley were in the same group, and both took a win apiece. Milan beat Burnley, of course, as you well know, by 3-2 earlier on this campaign. Let's have a look how that turned out to be. Now, Burnley finished up with finishing 2 points behind Milan. But with Burnley drawing, it could have actually been 15 points all. Burnley actually had a draw, but they were both comfortably through with about 4 games gone in that particular group. They weren't going to be caught. Ajax had claimed the Europa League spot, but that was all in the future. Now, this is where it got interesting. The round of 16 games. Burnley beat Borussia Dortmund 3-2 in their first game. First leg, and AC Milan beat CSKA Moscow away. Not an easy place to go to. For the second leg, Burnley won 2-0 in Dortmund, and Milan were at home and drew 1-1. So Milan went through 4-2 on aggregate. 3-2 rather on aggregate. Burnley, of course, with that went through 5-2 on aggregate. So that was the round of 16. The quarterfinals. Milan in the first leg beat Porto 2-1 over in Portugal. Burnley beat Manchester City by the same scoreline. And then in the second leg, Burnley won 4-2 on the night and won 6-3 on aggregate. And Milan again drew 1-1 and won by 3-2 on aggregate against Porto. And that was the quarterfinals. The semi-finals, however, were a bit of a shocker because Milan beat Real Madrid 1-0 in the first leg at the San Siro. In the first leg at the Nou Camp, Barcelona were beaten by Burnley by 3-1. 3 away goals really taking Burnley through. And then Burnley won the second leg 2-0, giving them a 5-1 aggregate win over Messi and co. The Real Madrid-Milan semi-final was a very close run of thing. Milan sneaking through on away goals, despite losing the second leg by 2-1. That one goal in that second leg was enough to take the Rossoneri through to the European Cup final, and that is how both teams got to the final. Everton won the Europa League, by the way, so we've already had one English winner of a European competition. Well done to Roberto Martinez's men. Now it's down to the Clarets to try and win the Premier European prize. And that's how we are. And let's get straight over to the action then, to join a crowd of nearly 100,000 people in Madrid for the European Cup final. AC Milan against Burnley. Let's get over to the Bernabeu Stadium in time for the players coming out of the tunnel.